All right, problem number 3 is focusing on everything. Have you ever done this? I have, and oftentimes, man, it's just so easy to be anxious about, oh my gosh, this is all the different things I got to do in my business, and it's just daunting. And so this verse here in Philippians is game changing, and I want to read it to you real quick. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and application, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your mind in Christ Jesus. So, man, don't be anxious about it. Just kind of like we talked about earlier. Like, put the first foot in front of the next one and just keep stepping. Keep learning as you go. So I think it's easy, especially starting out, like trying to focus on everything and trying to create all of these products. And, like we mentioned, like you just need one offer. Like, create that one offer, not have to create 10. Just get one. Do really good at doing one. And that's going to really help get feedback in your business, but also understand, like, hey, what was really good about this product? Because chances are you do the product, you thought it was going to go this way, and then it decided it needs to go this way, but you're not going to learn that until you actually get the product out there. So I think in every business, like, we just need to ask ourselves 2 questions, and that is, who do you serve and how do you serve them? And so that really speaks to our offer, but like in the most simplistic terms, like, who is it that you serve and how do you serve them? Like, get really, really clear on who that is. And then that way everything gets simple after that. Like, your marketing gets simple, your message gets simple. You need to be able to speak it in one sentence. And I've got a really cool document that kind of talks through, like, hey, who is your target? We call it avatar. Like, who is your business customer avatar that your business is focused on? And it's really going to help you get a really clear mental picture of who that is. And it walks through, I'm going to put it in the link below, but like, it walks through, like, who is my customer? Are they male or female? What age are they? What education level do they have? Where do they hang out online? What are the problems that they have? All that kind of stuff is going to walk you through it. It's going to make it super simple, but it's really going to help kind of get everything out of your head on a piece of paper. That's going to allow you to really get clear on who it is you serve and how you serve. And I think something I struggled with early on was like, okay, if I'm going to do business, I have to sell to everybody to be successful. And you don't have to. Like, you just need one offer. I keep going back to that one offer, but truly, you need one offer. And depending on, what price level you're going to price it at and like all that good stuff, here's a really good chart on, say your goal is $150,000 a year. If you want to sell a product that's $250 a month, you basically need 50 people to sign up for that a month. Actually, that's not even a recurring product. That is only a $250 product. And so you need to sell 50 of those a month. I mean, that's not crazy unheard of. If you wanted to bump the price of that to $500, you only need to sell 25 new customers a month. If you have a $1,000 product, you only need to sell 13 a month. And then if you had a $5,000 high ticket offer, you only need to sell 2.5 a month and you're at $150K. So, I mean, it's just, when you start looking at the numbers and you break it down and you're like, okay, man, this is achievable. Here's what I've got to do. Here's what I've got to charge for my product, and then figure out how to scale it. This is really encouraging too. Like, maybe you don't want to have a high ticket product. Maybe you want to sell something that's lower ticket, especially, starting out. And so Skool is a fantastic way to start getting that feedback, because you've got the discussion area in your Skool community where people can give you feedback on your product, on your messaging, all that different stuff that you can provide in your lesson area in Skool. You're going to get feedback on that from customers. So even if you had a free community where you can start getting some of that feedback, that'd be great. But here's a really cool example of, what it could look like for your business if you charge $15 a month for your community access. So if you had 50 people coming in at $15 a month, you're basically at $9,000 a year. Like, this is pretty low effort kind of stuff, and being able to add almost 10 grand to your yearly revenue. But I think 50 is kind of small thinking. Like, I think you should always aspire for more. And so I think 100 at 15 would be 18,000. If you got 500 people at $15, you're almost at $100,000. And if you got 1,000 people into your group, you're talking $180,000. And that's the beautiful thing about that. That is recurring revenue right there. So I think whatever your offer is, I think absolutely trying to build a community around it is going to add an additional value to it, but also it's going to give you a recurring revenue stream. So with that, we want to have one clear offer, and I mentioned earlier, like it just gets easier to sell if it's one clear offer. It's very simple. You can talk about it easier. It's easier to sell. It's easier to scale, easier to create marketing collateral, website, all that stuff for it. It's easier for people to understand. And then once you have that clear offer, now instead of doing that on a one-on-one basis that you eventually get timed out, you can only meet with so many people on a one-on-one time, sell to groups. And so that was the big aha for me, is like I've never thought about selling to groups. I typically do better on one-on-one conversations, and so selling to groups was kind of a new thing for me. But especially with this, I mean, there's groups of you guys watching this video right now, but there's also the opportunity in Skool. Skool.com makes the selling to groups like it is built for that. And so you're now able to create a product, put it in a packaged online course, and then put it in Skool in your community for your customers to consume. I mean, it's just truly beautiful. And so if you don't have a Skool group, I've got a course directly for how to start your own Skool community, and I encourage you to watch it. The link to start your free trial is also below. All right, problem number 4 is trying to do everything yourself. It's so daunting if you're trying to figure out how to, in the world, to do every single thing yourself. And man, this verse was really powerful to me. But lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. And so, man, this lesson spoke to me when I actually created it. And it's all about like, man, who can help me instead of how am I going to figure out how to do everything myself? If there's a certain task, like I don't know how to code. And so if I was to go watch all these videos to, figure out how to do YouTube or website development with, HTML code, like I would spend so much time to figure out that. Instead, I go to Fiverr, find somebody that can help code, or use something like Go High Level that's got building blocks where you just drag and drop. It's low code. It's super easy. And so for this, like, in that document that we went through earlier that kind of helps you define who your avatar is, like I've also got in there like, what are you really good at? What do you like to do? And what do you hate doing? And so if you can think through those 3 critical things, like you're gonna be able to say, okay, man, I really like doing these. I'm really good at these. I'm quick at those, but I absolutely hate doing these things over here. And so now those things that you hate, man, delegate those to somebody. Find somebody on Fiverr, find a friend, find a kid, whatever, that can help you doing the things that you don't like in your business. And that's going to free you up to do more of what you're good at and the value you provide in your business. So some resources that you can use. ChatGPT is seriously game-changing. A lot of people are afraid of it. They're intimidated by it, but I want to encourage you that it's actually pretty simple. I've got a whole course just on how to use AI in your business, and so check that out. It's in the lessons area. But I use ChatGPT. I use Bard.Google, which I think is called Gemini now. My Go High Level software that I use for web development and all that, it's got it in there for web pages, for social posts. I mean, it's just, seriously, it's incredible. And I don't just copy and paste it. I take the AI verbiage and then I repurpose it to kind of fit my style. And so I probably use it 85% of what it gives me, and then I modify the rest so it kind of got a personalized approach to it. Fiverr and Upwork is a really good resource that you can use. There's so many people on Fiverr and Upwork that charge varying prices that do really incredible work. And so once you get to a certain spot in your business and you can start delegating some of those tasks that you don't like, man, send it to them. Allow them to be part of your business, and it's really going to make you more efficient. And so I think other resources too is like find other people that are being successful, and join their communities, glean off of them and learn. We're typically, especially in entrepreneurship world, like we are, I want to see other people thrive. Like, I don't want to just do this business venture because Aaron wants to get rich or anything like that. Like, I believe in doing life and community with other people, and I love to see other people thrive. So come up on our Q&A calls with your questions. Like, come up with questions that, you know, if I can't figure it out, I'll find somebody that I can bring onto the community and help solve that problem. But likely somebody's dealing with the problem or question that you have. So come up and don't be afraid to ask the question. So this is a really underrated thing, but you really need to be able to create a one-sentence statement that clearly defines your business on who it is you serve and how you serve them. And so this is kind of really a simple formula that you can use in your business and in that document as well. But I help customer type with problem go from X to Y with Z. And so you're really kind of quantifying what it is you help solve, but really focus on what is the problem that you solve with your business, with your offer. Your offer needs to solve a problem. So I help people lose weight while eating everyday foods without restricted food groups. Like, sign me up for that one.